Okay, so we've kind of got that idea of where we can draw a net and do surface area. So I want to introduce you for later on purposes the formula we have. So stick with me, even if it doesn't quite make sense, trust me. I just want you thinking about it. So lateral area, when we say lateral area, what we're saying is the area of the sides. Now remember, in this rectangular prism here, we have 6 faces. You have to pick some to be the bases. So you can kind of see, I did that already, and I picked the bottom here and the top to be the bases. So let me draw a net of this so you can see it. Let's start, okay, with this front face here, right? And that is like 6 by 4. And then I have these two, like 3 by 4 sides. And then I have the back, which again is 6 by 4. And then I have my bases, my top and bottom. And that looks like it's 6 by 3. All right, so what I want you to see here is right here. See that big rectangle? That's the lateral area. It's a lateral area because it's the area around the sides. Let's take it to the next step. If you were to wrap this all back around, all of these sides here would wrap around the base. They do. They wrap all the way around the base. So technically, lateral area, if I wanted to find the area of this rectangle, which is just length times width, but this distance right here is the perimeter of your base. So capital P right here stands for perimeter of base. Okay? And we have to multiply that by our height. And this height right here, we think of it as distance between bases. How far apart are the bases? Okay? So to find the lateral area, I take whatever the perimeter of this base is, in this case a rectangle, and multiply it by the distance between the bases. That gives me this area. Then I only have to add on 2 bases. Okay? So in this one, just stick with me. I'm going to do it real quick here. Now remember, what is our perimeter here, right? This length is 6. This one over here is 3. This one back here is 6. And this side over here is 3. If I redrew that base, it would be 6, 3, 6, 3. So its perimeter, its distance all the way across, is just adding them up. 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. So this whole distance right here is 18. Now, how far apart are the bases? That's our height here. It's 4. So my lateral area is going to be 18 times 4. Grab a calculator. Hopefully that'll turn on. And go 18 times 4, and I get 72. Okay. All right, so the cool thing is that once we find lateral area, we only have to add the area on for the top and bottom, which would give us our total surface area, which will lead us to our surface area formula, which I'm going to plug in right here. Okay, so our surface area formula says take your lateral area and add 2 times the area of the bases. So you see that capital B right there? That capital B is area of base, area of the base. Okay? Take your lateral area plus 2 times the area of the bases. All right, so to kind of finish up, we are going to do the same figures that we did originally with nets, okay? But we're going to use the formula this time. Hopefully, we'll get 108 again for this rectangular prism. Let's try it. Find the surface area of the right rectangular prism. Start by identifying your base. In rectangular prisms, it does not matter what rectangles you pick. I think sometimes it's easier to pick the top and bottom, but you don't have to. Okay, so I've got my base. And I will be honest with you, a lot of times it is way easier to like draw it off to the side, meaning this, okay? Because I need two things from this. I need a perimeter and an area of the base, okay? So this is 3, 4, 3, 4. Let's start by finding our lateral area, and we find our lateral area by taking the area of the perimeter and timesing it by the distance between the bases. So capital P for perimeter of the base times H for the distance between the bases. So perimeter is just 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3 is 7. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. So our lateral area equals 14 times the height. The height is the distance between the bases. How far apart are these bases? 6. So we're going to go 14 times 6. And we're going to get our lateral area, again, 14 times 6 is 84. Okay, so now, so there's our perimeter, right? So here's my surface area. It's the lateral area plus 2 times capital B, the area of the bases. My lateral area is 84. Where did that lateral area come from? I took my base here, I took the perimeter of it, and then I multiplied it by the distance between the two bases. Now I'm going to add 2 times the area of the base. Well, I can find the area of the base here by going length times width. Area of the base is 3 times 4. So area of the base is 12. So 2 times 12. So my surface area is 84 plus 2 times 12, which is 24. 84 plus 24 is 108. Yay, we did it. 108, again, square inches. Now, I get it. More confusing to do that, but less time than drawing a net of each one. Okay, so again, 108. One more. Now we have our triangular prism here. Here's the deal. When you have the area of the bases in a triangular prism, you gotta use the triangles. Okay, so again, I'm going to change this to 5. Okay, it's a 5 there. So for this one, you have to use the triangles as your bases. Okay, so there's one triangle, because they're the only two that are exactly across from each other, exact same thing. And again, I think it's really helpful to kind of draw it off to the side, because we're going to need the area and the perimeter. So this is 5, this is 12, and this is 13. So we need to find our lateral area. Remember, our lateral area is the perimeter of the base times the height, the distance between the bases. So to find the perimeter, that's not bad. We can do that. 5 plus 12 plus 13. And we get 30. So I know my perimeter is 30. So my lateral area is going to be 30 times height. Height is the distance between the bases. How far apart are these two triangles? They're 10 units apart. So my lateral area is going to be 30 times 10, which is 300. All right, now our surface area formula. Lateral area plus 2 times area of the bases. So I already found my lateral area, which is 300, and now I want to add 2 times, what's the area of the base? Well, the area of the base, since it's a triangle, is base times height divided by 2. Remember what I told you for the hint. Look for your right angle. Your right angle tells you the base and the height. So area of the base is going to be 5 times 12 divided by 2. 5 times 12 is 60, divided by 2 equals 30. So this is 30. So my surface area is equal to 300 plus 2 times 30, which is 60. And guess what? That works out to be 360, again, square units. Now, hopefully, maybe I shouldn't put a little cloud around there. If we go back here, did we get 360? We did. Okay. So again, the formula I think personally is a little more tricky, but easier to do once you understand it and a lot quicker. Bottom line, when we're trying to find surface area, we're trying to find the area of all the faces. How much wrapping paper, how much paint exactly would we need to cover that figure?